Now a developing story at the Missouri State Capitol. A group of lawmakers who filibustered for more than 26 hours finally ended their protest on the Senate floor just a few minutes ago.
They were trying to delay this plan to give millions in state incentives to fund an expansion at the General Motors plant in Wentzville. That's where 5 on Your Side's Marianne Martinez has the very latest.
GM is looking to invest about $1 billion into this plant, but lawmakers in Jeff City cannot agree on a bill. At Zisser Automotive in Wentzville,
Good afternoon, Zisser Tires.
James Hewitt is paying close attention to what's happening in Jefferson City.
The success of the plant and the continued growth of their workforce is important to us.
Hewitt says about 10 to 15% of his business comes from people who work at GM or at businesses associated with it.
This affects me, at a very local, micro level, but I think it's also going to be pretty critical for the continued growth of the area.
State senators are now stalling the vote on Senate Bill 68, which would give GM tax incentives in exchange for an investment in this plant. Missouri would offer $50 million over 10 years if GM invests at least $750 million into the plant. Hi, Senator. This is Marianne from Channel 5. We spoke with State Senator Bob Onder, who represents parts of Wentzville. He says he supports the GM expansion, but is against this particular bill because of what he calls a $25 million slush fund that was tacked onto it.
This is the problem with it. It is money that's given at the beginning of the deal before a company has ever produced a single job. I think deal closing funds are dangerous for the taxpayer.
The mayor of Wentzville lobbied lawmakers in Jeff City Monday and plans to go again. He says his main concern is keeping jobs, and he wants to see a bill that would guarantee that GM retains the jobs at the plant.
With those kind of subsidies, that those jobs are protected. It's important because at the end of the day, that's a return on our investment. We're investing in you, invest back in us.
In Wentzville, Marianne Martinez, 5 on Your Side.
So why did the filibuster finally end? One of the senators behind it said there were other important issues to address before the legislative session ends. Specifically, he wants to ensure the state Senate would have time to address the so-called heartbeat abortion bill that still needs a vote in the Senate, and the legislative session ends on Friday night.